Thank you for the time that has been given to me. Today, I will presenting my research proposal as the researcher. Before that, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Asnidar Zega. My register number is 1808014, and I'm class C and the 7th semester. The title my research proposal is the descriptive analysis of expressions asking and giving opinion on student speaking ability at the 11th grade of SMK Negeri 2 Lotu in 2021 and 2022. Now, we enter the main point of matter. The first is the background of the research. The background of my research consists of three parts. From the first is speaking skills, and then based on the syllabus, and then the descriptive research to conduct my research. Okay, next we continue. From the first is speaking. According Leong and Ahmadi, 2017, explained that speaking is the foremost skills for the effectiveness of communication. And then beside that, Kosar and Bedir 2014 say that speaking skill has been claimed to be at the core of language learning. The claim has been expanded with the assumption that aptitude for accomplishing successful oral production is the equivalence of successful language learning. It means that students can be successful in English learning if if they are able to express their opinions or ideas as directly and appropriately. Based on two explanation experts, so the researchers can conclusion that speaking is one way to make interaction and make close relationship with the other peoples to express their self in a variety of contexts. And then continue, we are going talking about the syllabus. The HOP syllabus for the students is the first is the HOP syllabus is the students should be able to analyzing social function, text structure, and linguistics elements of spoken and written transactional interaction text that involves the act of asking and giving for information related to opinions and talk with the context of their use. The second is the HOP syllabus is the student should be compose transactional interaction text, spoken and written, short and simple, which involve the act of asking and giving information related to opinions and talk with the context of their use. Beside that, in the core competence also, hopes the students are expect to understanding, analyzing, applying, and factual knowledge, conceptual, procedural, based on the curiosity about the science, knowledge, technology, arts, cultural, and humanities, with an insight into humanity, nationality, and civilization related phenomena, and even as well as apply the knowledge procedural in specific fields of study according to their talents, and ask him to solve the problem. While based pre-persuasion, doing a pre-interview with English teacher also about some defect or phenomena that happen in the students. There are is from the first is the students have some difficulties to express the expect acts when they want to ask the opinion and when they want give the opinion. And the second problem is the lack of students' vocabulary, grammar, and spelling. So there are some that found by the researchers or some the problem that happened at the 11th grade of SMK Negeri 2 Lotu. We continue the descriptive text, the descriptive analysis. So based on the problems also, The researchers will be conducted by the descriptive qualitative. According Patel and Patel 2019 says that the descriptive research is a research directly deals with description. Includes different data collection like survey method and fact-finding techniques. The main characters of this research is the researchers doesn't have control over the variable, so she should describe what is happened and what is happening. And then Coding Gay Mills and Irasian 2012 say that qualitative research is the collections, analysis and interpretation of comprehension, narrative and visual data to gain insight into a particular phenomena of interest. And then what focus of the research? My focus of the research is consists of three parts. From the first is what are the expressions the students use in asking and giving opinion, and the second is how does the student speaking ability of expressions asking and giving opinion, and the last is what are the factors that affected the student speaking ability of expressions asking and giving opinion. So the research method. Research method consists of there are some steps will used by the researchers. From the first is research approach. Research will be used in inductive approach to findings the focus of the research. The second is the setting of the research. The setting of the research the location of the study is SMK Negeri 2 Lotu, located in Nias Utara. There are 21 in this school. There are 21 teachers in this school, and one of them is an English teacher. This school consists of a 9 class with 3 class or 11 grade, and the total numbers of 11 grade are 48 students. But the numbers of the 11th grade, especially OTKP class, consists of 21 students. And then research data and informant. Research data and informant are the source data are audio, video, the students' conversation of asking and giving opinion, and then transcription of student conversation, and also a transcription of the structured interview with the English teacher and students. Besides that, the informant to findings, the data are consists of 21 students of class OTKP at SMK Negeri 2 Lotu. Schedule of action. The schedule of action, the study will be conducted on November 2021. The time allocation refer to the educational calendar of SMK Negeri 2 Lotu. And then talking about procedures of collecting the data. Researchers will become to school to take the documentation of students speaking when conducting the conversation about expressions, asking and giving opinion. The second is the researchers who will be conduct the interview with the English teachers and students to obtain the information about factors that affected the student speaking ability. So, based on the results, the documentation and interview, I will describe the student speaking ability in expressions, asking and giving opinion. So, and the next is techniques of analyzing the data. Techniques of analyzing the data consists of 2 parts. From the first is analyzing the primary data. The primary data consists of record and transcriptions of students' conversation. Will be analyzing by a rubric of speaking assessment by Adam and Smith in Hooks 2003. And then analyzing the secondary data. The secondary data is a result of transcripts of interview. We've analyzed by using 3 iterative of repeating steps by Gay 2012. Steps are consists of reading, and then the researchers will be describing what's going on in the setting, and the last is the researchers will be classifying the data, and then checking validity of the data and research findings. To checking validity and research findings, I use 4 criteria by Lincoln and Guba. In Johnson and Rasulova 2016, there are credibility, transferability, dependability, confirmability. So, in the last is procedures of the researchers. Procedures of the research. Procedures of the research. There are from the first is the researcher obtain permit from from the headmaster of SMK Negeri 2 Lotu, and then the researchers decide the informant and number of informant, and then the researchers will doing pre-observation by using a semi-structured interview to English teacher and 11th grade students of SMK Negeri 2 Lotu, and then the researchers will make a schedule with the English teacher of SMK Negeri 2 Lotu, and then the next is the researchers come to school to obtain the documentary of speaking skill, especially the topic asking and giving opinion, and then the researchers analyzing the data based on the speaking rubric, and then the researchers find out some expressions the students use in asking and giving opinion. So the next is the researchers list the question from this question for the structure interview to the students and English teacher, and then the researchers do structure interviews with the teachers and students, and then the researchers analyze the result of interviews and classify the data, and then the researchers describe the students' ability based on the interview and the data, and then the researchers conclude and make interpretation, and then the researchers check validity of the research findings from the validators, and the last is the researchers do report of research findings and make conclusion. Alright, that's all my presenting, and if you have some suggestion, criticism, and question, time is yours, and thank you.